Hello, and welcome back to the Flux campaign. I'm Dom. I usually play the Elf Cleric and Norin. But today I am once again in the DM chair. So, without further ado, let's get to the introduction.
I'm Sarah. I play Ashley Kyle mostly personality.
I'm Jackie. I play Sona, a gnome ranger with a loose companion white tiger snowflake.
Oh, hi. I was distracted. I'm Tony. I play Puck, a spellcasting guy that doesn't know really much else.
Charlie, I play Bardus, the Goliath Barbarian Battlecat.
I'm Eric, and I play Greg, the New Hope-based Time Wizard.
I'm Steve, and I play Faves, and my catchphrase today with the tentacle will be Stranger Danger!
I don't think Tentacles have things.
Well, they're strange and they're dangerous.
Alright, so, when last... Hey, DM's talking. So, come on, shut your guts. Alright, so, when last we left our heroes, they had, let's just say, a hell of a ride. Up an elevator, where they discussed votes, and nothing was of consequence happened.
30 minutes teaching Bardus about boats, and I think we failed.
It's the journey. Sometimes it's the journey, not the end result.
Well, it's been a journey.
All right, so our heroes made their way through what Kara had described as a spaceship. They saw some frankly disturbing stuff. They got to a power limiter, as our sorceress had described it, and then they were accosted rather rudely by a gargantuan in size tentacle that's split itself open in half to show row upon row of horrific teeth. So let's start with everybody rolling me initiative.
Oh, but I have the giant force wall up in front of it.
Yes, but still roll me initiative.
We have 10 minutes.
10 minutes to get initiative.
Oh, geez, I only rolled a 9.
Okay.
There we go.
20.
Sarah 9. Charlie 20.
Greg got a 13.
13.
21 for Theus.
Theus. 21.
10 for Silva.
Let's see. 10. Let's see, what did Tony get? 18.
18.
Oh, nice. Okay, 18. I suppose I should roll it for my own creature.
No, it doesn't have to have turns. We're fine without.
It just comes in and just goes, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my dad."
Hello, my ragtime girl.
Yes, Michigan J. Frog has joined the team.
Do you really want to see this tentacle do that?
I mean,
It'd be-
Basically,
We don't have to fight it. It can do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already had Kermit the Frog voice. Why can't we have Michigan J. Frog voice?
Okay, so Eric, remind me how exactly you set up that wall.
I basically just made a bunch of panels to cover up that whole doorway.
Okay, so is essentially the surface of the doorway is covered by these tentacles, and they're like 10 by 10 cubes or something like that.
They're 10 by 10 sheets.
Okay.
Spell again real quick. That's force wall. Wait, what level spell was that? Oh, Wall of Force. Here we go. It is. You can form it into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius, blah, blah, blah. Or you can shape a flat surface made up of 10-foot by 10-foot panels. Each panel must be contiguous with another panel. In any form, the wall is a 1/4 inch thick.
Okay. Any form the walls. And how do you set up the... You said it's 10 by 10 of those 10 by 10 panels. So essentially, you can
Right. So I can arrange them however I need to. Like I can make it thicker in certain sections if I need to.
Okay. Let's see.
The girth.
I mean, but there's a giant tentacle coming at you. Sometimes girth can matter.
All right. So you essentially
Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic.
It can go around the wall.
Not if it's blocking the door.
Can't go under it.
It can go through a wall. It just went through a door, or it was going to.
Okay. So Eric, please, if you could explain to me exactly how you set up those sheets.
Well, how big is the doorway?
The doorway is about 10 feet across.
Okay, so
and I'll be generous and I'll say it's like 10 feet tall. Just
okay. So I could put one panel at the door, and that would be enough to kind of stop it from coming through. So I'd probably use the other 10 panels to just kind of block up the wall around the doorway as well, knowing that it can't be penetrated.
Okay. So the creature smashes against your wall, admittedly futilely. And then, so let's see. You feel the ship rumble as you see the creature retreat somewhat. And you hear like ungodly metal scratching and screeching, like something is just tearing metal apart. And
like that.
My God.
not like that. Not like that. Not exactly like that. You see other sections of the wall next to the door also being kind of like smashed in.
I assume this is taking some form of time to do all this.
It's like every 6 seconds you see a new...
Well, yeah, so I was going to say, as soon as I put up the wall of force, I'm just going to say, I bought us a little bit of time. I don't know if it can get around the wall, but I'm trying to cover up most of this wall so that hopefully we can stop it a little bit. So everybody be ready to attack.
Okay.
Did this happen before we got to see what it was?
No.
I'm assuming that I would have done it right after it ripped the door off.
Yeah, you would have seen it. I mean, I'll give it to you since it's so like massive. You would have seen it was just like a slithering tentacle. It was like just punched the door open, and then the wall of force, was panic cast.
Exactly.
And it's still, you can still see through it, right? It's not solid.
You can physically see through it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's smashing, and then it retreats, and then you just see on the sheets of wall of force around, because there's like a shimmer that goes around it, right?
Yeah, I would assume that it's noticeable that there's definitely something in the way.
You see the walls being like punched and everything. You're not giving away as much as the door, because the shield, basically the wall of force, is holding them back. But y'all can tell it's probing for weaknesses. What would you guys like to do in the meantime?
I'd like to go the other way.
Right?
Y'all
Can
can
we backtrack out?
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Yep.
I want to go back for the high ground.
Okay.
Well, this wall lasts for 10 minutes, so if we want to go back, we have 10 minutes to get out of here.
Okay.
Unless it finds a way around it.
I'm not going to wait long enough to hear that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, immediately turn around and following Puck, going back to whatever way we can climb back up from where we had jumped down to.
Okay, so there's only the one other entrance that is there. It's the way you came in. So is everybody wanting to retreat through there?
Well, so when we, just for my intelligence of my character, when we came in, we checked one door that had like the fleshy wall, right? Like, do we think we have another path forward from if we backtrack a little bit? Were there other doors we didn't check?
Basically, you went when you first came in, as far as you remember. You were at the receiving port. Kara and the Kara Golem was there, and then she was pulled in by a tentacle, and it went to from the entrance where you were at. It went to the right. You all being a little chicken shit, you went to the left to avoid that. So, if you backtracked, you realize there's still one more pathway around.
Okay.
But then we're going the direction of where the car golem got dragged away.
Yes.
Well, I thought there was a door that was open that had like a flesh wall.
That's basically part of the hallway that you came in through.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
I guess as we're retreating, I'm going to say, guys, the only other way we can go is where the robot got pulled by the tentacle.
I am too far away.
Puck is booking it. It's like
I send the message spell as we're running.
So
I will not respond.
All right, so I'm guessing everybody is just going back the way they came.
That was probably
I'll go
5
last.
minutes of your 10 minutes.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll be as people are leaving. I'm looking at the wall and where the pounding is coming from. Shield raised, mace in hand, because I don't know how I'm going to grab a tentacle yet, and wait for everyone else to go first.
Okay. All right, so you all make it, through the hallways intact, at least the ones that you went through. I'd say you make a fairly good time. You still got like 5 minutes until the shield goes down and you're back towards where the your first entrance into the ship actually was. So now you can go the way of Kara Golem.
This seems like a great idea. Let's go.
Is there still no button on the elevator to go back down?
No, there is not. All right, so as you make your way down this end of the hallway, you notice that it's, similar design as the other ones, graded walkways and steel walls. You just notice that this one has a lot more claw marks, and it's no intelligence checks. You recall that the golem that Kara was possessing had significant claws. So essentially, you put two and two together, and it's just the golem futilely trying to stop itself while it was being dragged away. So you make your way down the hallway. It's a similar length to the other one where it reaches a corner and you have to make a left turn instead of a right.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know who's in front.
Yeah, I'm taking up the rear at this point because I want to more or less try to be as vigilant as I can against the.
Okay.
Do I still hear noises down the hall?
Well, Puck was the first to leave, so I think Puck is in the
Puck said he was
lead.
bolting, so I assume that he's first in line now.
Yeah, and I got the sword that tells me if there's danger near. I got the stranger danger sword.
Well,
We cannot be surprised. Ha ha!
Well, the sword is the sword. I'll just say it right now. The sword is essentially crying.
Me too.
So
Me too.
constantly. Okay, so as you round the corner, you get it's another hallway. It doesn't seem like there's much danger there, though. It is though after a point. Not that it matters with dark vision, but it does look like the lights aren't working. You can see down the hallway, and it goes like significant way down, like 100 feet down, and then there's a doorway, and you see just it riddled with claw marks and various dings and bashes, as if something very claw-y was being dragged down there against its will, and it did everything in its power to not move, like a cat when you have to lift it and it doesn't want to go. But there is no immediate danger as far as you can see.
I don't like that my sword's constantly crying.
Oh,
By the way, if we're in space, are we in space?
you're in space, upper atmosphere.
If that thing punched a hole through the hull, why aren't we
Mm-hmm.
out in space?
A hole through the what?
Hole?
No,
Go through the hole.
It wasn't. It didn't punch a hole through the hole. It punched a door out.
So this is inside the ship thing.
Yes,
Entirely.
you are still inside. You're still entirely within the ship. You don't know.
I'm
exactly
reasoning
where-
that the tentacle thing is entirely in the ship and not outside coming in.
That's a fair amount of reason. Yes. Or it could be just so large that it plugged the hole.
I don't want to think about that.
Hmm.
So, do you proceed forward? What do you do? Just mill around.
Proceed
I mean, I
away.
could put a water cooler in it. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a water cooler?
I could put one there in the corner. You can sit around, chat, and you do feel the ship slightly rumble as if it's being pushed by something.
I was going to say, so Bart, since we're back here, why don't we go back to the discussion about what a boat is?
Do you really think now's the time, Theus?
Anything to prolong going down a dark, scary hallway.
As you guys are discussing, once again, boats, the walls and the ceiling in the path slightly cave in. Like you hear just like crash as if it's coming from the outside, and the right hand wall and part of the ceiling kind of just like collapse. It can like kind of bend forward.
In
Instead of
front of us, behind us.
that's directly in front of you. So essentially, instead of becoming a 10-foot wide path, it's now like part of it is now a 5-foot wide path because the other part has just been walls have been just crushed in.
No.
Motherfucking ass fucks! You hear Kara come from all the sound of Kara's voice come from everywhere and nowhere at the same time, crackling as it were. What you guys have to keep going. I'm holding back this thing as best as I can, but the ship is getting freaking ass fucked right now. You got one of the limiters off. We just need the other two off. Keep going down the path you're going. Don't worry. I'm gonna try to make sure it's mostly safe as much as I can. I've got lasers, but I can only do so much. You guys need to fucking hurry with a capital F and a capital H. So go. And then she crackles off again.
Do we go forward or backward?
Everybody.
Yeah.
I have to go through that door.
Forward.
All right. As you guys make your way forward, it's basically same as was before the hallway. I'm thinking it's like 80 feet down. Is what I said, maybe 100. But anyway, it's a long ass way. It's a ways down. You guys make your way past. You have to go single file in that one section where it turns into a 5-foot space.
Well, who's going first? Is Puck still leading the charge on that one, or are we
the one running?
Are we shifting the lineup on that one? Because I mean, would Puck be upset over seeing a corridor get crushed in front of him?
Yeah.
That was interesting. Yeah.
Do you want me to go first? Do you want me to keep making sure no tentacles get us from behind?
That's always important.
You said it's been about 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's been about 5 minutes since I'm gonna say 5 minutes since the magic walls went up. So you guys got 5 more minutes to make your way.
Is that code for we're gonna get hit by a tentacle?
I am paralyzed in the fear, no matter what I do.
I'm just saying you're on a ship that's under attack in space, and there's really no way to go but forward. Maybe out.
We could go backwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's
could.
definitely a possibility, but
Not
essentially,
saying it's a good choice, but we could.
yeah. Yeah.
Is somebody leading? Can we just get through this hallway? No.
Hey, why don't you go first?
Wow.
Yeah,
The
but-
Wow.
DM is just throwing
All of a
it.
sudden, Kara comes on. Hey, you.
You guy, you go. I mean, I shoot things with a bow and arrow, pew pew. So
I don't think I've ever had an encounter situation where the party was unsure of how to go forward because I just created this wonderful sense of fear.
Well, the major meat bag is hanging out in the back, so
hey, he's protecting our rears.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
wait,
that we don't have
major
anybody.
meat
Kara,
to-
why don't you go forward, new guy?
Lot of tentacles.
Oh wait, I thought Sarah was a tank now.
You got Kyle.
How you? What?
You don't have the tank. You got Kyle.
See, you're so offended that we said that we don't have another tank, and then now you're not a tank.
Why don't you go forward,
Not
new
all
guy?
personals. Personalities aren't tanks. You just got one.
As you guys are as you guys are discussing this, you once again hear the ungodly screech of metal being torn apart. Actually, the entire space you're in lurches. It is shook to and fro. I'm gonna need acrobatics checks. Basically, if you make a 15, you can stand up. You can stay standing. If you don't, you fall to the ground. And I'm going to need, and what you hear is like something being torn away from something else, stone crumbling, metal tearing, and so please make those checks for me.
16.
All right, Thais, you're standing up.
I see fall.
Okay, Tony, okay. Silva stands. Puck falls.
I go help Puck stand up.
All right, let's get all the rolls in first,
okay.
then we'll.
Ooh.
Greg had a 6.
Okay, Greg falls on his face.
What's the floor made of here?
Metal.
Is it like okay?
Metal
Because there
grade.
was a point where the floor had like a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, that was the other section of the ship. This one is
I'm
still metal.
I'm happy about that now.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts more,
Bardis, what'd
but
you get?
less disgusting.
I actually managed a 21.
Nice. All right, Kyle, what'd you get?
I got a 16.
All right, so essentially, Greg and Puck, you squishy wizard types, you fall to the ground. Silva, as you go to help, I'm gonna need you to make a second. Let's just call it a dexterity. Let's just call it a dexterity throw.
Okay.
You're gonna throw your dexterity.
24.
24. Okay. So a massive gust of wind hits you from behind, and it feels like you're being sucked into something. But thankfully, with your quick wits and reactions, you're able to steady your feet, and essentially the wind stops as soon as a door like 20 feet away from you and Puck closes. There's blaring going around. An automatic voice is just filling the hallway saying, "Hull breach detected. Safety measures initiated. Hull breach detected. Safety measures initiated." So the way that you guys just made your way down the hallway is now closed off.
Wait, the way backwards or the way forward?
The way backwards. The hallway that is the partially crushed hallway is still mostly unobscured, but the way you just came from, essentially the one that led to the space elevator, that's gone.
I think we need to move forward.
I hope so. I mean, you guys are in the middle. So,
I hate this place.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just use the rock and go home?
So this hallway doesn't necessarily look like the other one where it was all
flesh,
Roly and slimy.
flesh and intestinal, and like you're being digested? No, it looks more like metal. And
Oh, with the scratches from the golem's
Yeah.
claws.
yep.
Well, it feels like we don't have much choice but to press forward. And
Wait,
with our
who's
rear
going
covered,
first?
well, there's a giant metal door behind us now, so I feel the one with the most protection should go forward.
Who's gonna break it down?
Break it down.
Like the door, the safety feature that keeps you Velg from getting sucked into space.
Oh yeah,
We
break
don't know
down.
that. We don't know about space. You can't stop us, TPK.
Like you guys. Like, okay, is my group suddenly replaced by lemmings? Is that what happened? But continue. As you were, do whatever.
I don't know what hull breach means, and
Is there
yeah,
is there a lock on the door so Theus can make more poor decisions about locks on doors?
There is not.
Well, I can't see a lock on this door, so unless someone wants to break it down, I guess we're going the other way.
Must mean there's nothing important in there, right?
I guess not.
what does the door look like?
It looks like solid metal.
That's a door?
Like,
Oh, you mean the one? Oh, you mean the one that closed behind you, or the one that? No, it looks like the one. It looks like the door that you approached before. It slides open as you approach it, and
Oh no. Were we talking about that, or were we talking about the closure that stopped the
sucking.
space sucking us out? Which one?
Bardis.
Which one is Bardis looking at?
I don't know. There's more than one door. I thought there was only one door that we were talking about breaking down.
There is a closed bulkhead door behind us that is blocking us off from the direction that we came from just now. And then down the hallway, about 100 to 80 feet, Dom said that there is another door completely scratched up and damaged by what looks like struggling between the golem and the tentacle.
Okay, so which door were you pointing at Bardis to break down?
I wasn't pointing at a door for Bardis to break down at all. I was just commenting how the door behind us that just formed doesn't have a lock, so it must not be important.
There was talk about breaking down a door. Okay, anyways, I'm in the back.
Oh, I don't think we really need Bardis in the back now if that door is closed. So if we need if he wants to lead, we need to get out of here.
Fine. Theus puts his bow and arrows away, pulls out his daggers, and starts walking forward.
Okay. You make your way down the hallway. You don't really. You make your way past that collapsure. You don't really have to like squat or anything next to it. It just like cuts off like half the hallway, but you still can fit fairly comfortably through the opening that's still there, and you make your way towards the door that's all like scratched up and dinged. It's closed, but as you approach it, once you get within like 5 feet of it, it slides open just as easily as the other door.
I flip at the bird, and then I start walking in.
All right, you cross the threshold. Once everybody else is, I assume, following.
Yes,
Yep.
staff up, ready to cast.
All right. So,
I get up and go.
what order are you guys walking in?
Well, it's obviously Theus first.
Theus first. Okay, he's already crossed the threshold, but I need to know the order in which the rest of you are getting in.
Yay, I'm first in line to get fucked.
Third?
Okay, so
I guess I'm last.
okay, so Bardis is last.
He's-
Followed by, and who's in front of him?
Actually, I'd probably follow. I'd probably be closer actually to Theus.
I was gonna say I think I was right behind Puck.
Okay, so we got Theus, Puck, and Greg.
I'm just thinking about Bart just bringing up the rear. He's our anal bum cover.
Gotcha, of course. And
That's an album cover.
then I'm gonna put Kyle and Silva between Greg and Bardis. All right, so as you guys, because essentially Puck and Theus, I'm gonna say they're beyond the threshold. As you guys, as Puck crushes the threshold, you hear another great crash, and that collapsed part of the hallway. It essentially buckles in on itself and tears away, and well, you get that gust of wind, that suction once again, and I need Greg, Bardis, Kyle, and Silva to make dex saves.
Whoa, the rear.
$18.
Okay.
20.
You.
13.
Okay.
20.
Okay. So Silva, Kyle, and Bardis, you essentially keep your feet. Bardis, you're closest to the rupture, so essentially what you do is you quickly grab on to the grates as the wind picks up. Greg, unfortunately,
Hold on.
Mhm.
Not unfortunately. I'm using Coronal Shift. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
I can do it after I know what the result is. That is a 22.
Okay, so you managed to through time shenanigans
Yep.
to keep your footing and grab onto something, and you hear the same message over and over again. Hull breach, safety measures initiated, and the door, and like Bardis, by like the hair of your ass, a door shuts to keep the suction away.
What does that mean? Like the hair in my ass triggered the door shut, or like
No,
it?
I mean it
basically, like,
shuts. It shuts
I mean,
a hair's width away from your ass.
oh man,
I thought as a Goliath, he had no hair on his ass.
There's a poo streak on
pretty
the door now.
All right, and well, the threshold is still there, but your means of different routes are very quickly running out.
Whoa, oh, whoa, what happened? What was that?
Yeah.
I don't like this split. This place confuses me, and how do we get out of here?
Can we just use those stones and go back?
I mean, you can try.
What stones?
Oh yeah, you don't have one, do you?
I don't believe so.
Welcome to space.
Well, I guess we can't leave Greg, so we might as well finish this.
Okay, so the rest of you make your way through the threshold, and you enter a room that is essentially a carbon copy of the room you entered before. What looks like a large cylinder in the middle, with a tube going up into the ceiling, with similar interface in the bottom. It's just basically each side of it's 100 by 100. It's 100 by 100 room. So and you have the non-OSA complying walkways with stairs that go down against every wall. And you see the same screen in front of said cylinder with tube going into the ceiling. So, what you guys want to do?
With the same screen? You mean like the one we saw that I?
Similar, yes. Basically, a copy of the looks like an exact copy of the design you saw earlier.
There were 3 of these, right?
Mm-hmm. This is the second one that you've seen.
I know, but I thought Kara said there's 3.
Mm-hmm. There are 3. but this is the second one that you've seen.
You know.
Hmm.
All right.
And remind me again. Theus has one of those crystals, and who else has it?
Theus has 2 of your crystals.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Who had the third one?
Lokar.
Lokar turned it into Narek.
Narek. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, Theus, I'm guessing you approach it along with Puck.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you approach it, the other crystal that was in your possession, because the other one went into the other, let's call it engine. As you approach it floats out of your bag and powers up this strange device. Puck, you see similar options before. It's like remove limiter level 2 this time. Acknowledge or deny.
I'll hit the acknowledge again.
Okay, you hit acknowledge. The device powers up. You see all the shiny bells and whistles on it, start lighting up and humming and all that good stuff. And yeah, you have now an activated device. So,
I was trying to power it down.
no. Essentially, it's the limiter. The limiter has been removed, but you'll don't know why, but it's even though she says it's as Kara said, yeah, removing the limiters. These things seem to be powering up, and you don't really understand the mechanics behind it. But Kara has said nothing, and as this thing's whirring, nothing else is happening. You do have one more door, basically the one that opposite of the room where you came in. I mean, opposite the door that you came in from. So, right across the door you came in from. So, and there's no other, like, what it looks like any other way in or out of the room. So, what would you like to do?
Guess go that way because there's no tentacle there yet, right?
No, none that you can see.
I don't like how the ship is so quiet all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
So the device is activated?
Yes, the device is activated.
So
I guess we move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to wait and
Okay.
see how we can make the DM railroad us?
No, please.
Burn it down.
So, yeah, I have no idea. So, does this room have another door around? So, the door that closed by my
Basically,
anal
you
bump
have basically your anal bump cover. Then the door you basically enter the room through, and basically across the way from that door is basically on the other side of the room, directly across from it is another door, similar in design. 10 feet across, all that stuff, 10 feet tall. Sliding door, like it opens. At least you assume so. It's closed right now, but we'll see what happens when you approach it.
I'm gonna approach that door while while Puck and Theus are screwing around with the science I don't understand.
Okay.
Like we understand it.
You can at least read the screen.
Okay. Hey, now it's just a screen though. You're learning.
Thanks.
We'll put you above
Alright,
no
so
time.
Bardis, Sailor Man and Bardis, huh? Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. Bardis, you approach that door. Once you get within 5 feet of it, it slides open, and you see like 15 feet in front of you. The hallway that the door opens into makes another hard, turn, a 90-degree turn to the left, and in that corner you see the remains of Kara Golem, like the torso and one arm remains. It's not
Can I-
moving. Its faceplate has been basically almost irreparably shattered, and it just looks like it's had a really, really bad time.
Can I? How far away and how? And can I really recognize it as Kara Golem?
You recognize the style of the golem. It looks like very similar to the one that you encountered before, and the one that Kara was talking through. It's 15 feet away.
Everyone, I think she's down. I run towards the golem.
Yes, unfortunately, it didn't shut her up. Thales says, looking around at the walls and ceiling.
Nothing you said. All right, so you guys approach the shattered remains of the golem, right?
I do.
All right, so as you can see, it is a very messed up, basically leftover of the golem body. All that remains is the torso and its left arm. Like I said, the faceplate is shattered and it's not moving. So
I guess investigate to see what. I mean, I suppose I kind of already can assume what happened, but investigate to see. I don't know. How do I do signs of life or anything? You want me to do a investigation?
yeah, you can do it. Just do an investigation.
Heal medicine. I don't know if medicine helps. 13 investigation.
All right, you can tell that the thing is not moving. It doesn't even seem to be have any spark of any life to it, any movement. It's very still. It looks like the body parts that were in that have disappeared were either torn out or at some points in the body you see even like melt marks on the metal. You're fairly certain this thing will not be moving again.
I attempt to grab it by the torso and shake it and wake it up.
As you pick it up, it is fairly hefty. Like you have lifted some heavy things in your life, but this thing is like, oof. You can still lift it, however, and as you shake it, its faceplate just essentially crumbles off. Pieces of it fall to the floor, and it doesn't move.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I can lift a ton, so I mean, a literal ton, not a facetious ton. So I lift her and shake her, but she's quite heavy, though.
Yes. Some parts of the golem fall out from the torso, from the bottom part of the torso, but other than that, and the faceplate falling off, nothing really happens. The arm dangles dangerously, like the claws come close to you at a certain point, but nothing else moves.
I assume parts flailing around, drop into the ground, everything makes a whole bunch of racket as Bartis tries to shake some life back into her.
It does. It makes it, and with the basically the enclosed space, it kind of echoes.
That's
Artist
good.
performing science.
I'm learning.
He's forming a hypothesis.
He is.
All right.
And telling everyone that we're here while he's doing it.
All right. So, I'm guessing everyone has heard the unholy racket and has joined by Bartis' side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of figured I was kind of watching him, but I never said that. But yeah.
Okay. You're all in that corner of the hallway. It goes down and it looks like it splits. The hallway goes straight down, and it's about, say, 120 feet long down to the next corner. And no, I'm sorry, that's not right. It's about. I'm sorry. I had a map drawn, and I I was actually drawing it at work, and I completely forgot it at work. So forgive my scale. There's a long ass hallway. I won't say how long it is, but it goes quite a way. But Bartis, you can see that at one point there is a path that heads off to the right from where you're looking. So yeah.
Why won't you work? Shake, 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 shake.
I'm guessing there's no like directory, like a mall directory. There's none of those on the hallways.
There is no mall map.
No.
So what y'all doing?
I guess I'll give up on shaking and drop the golem, the destroyed golem on the ground. And I guess if Craig was there, Greg was there. Looked at the wrong name. And if Greg was behind me, are you standing there looking at me while I'm doing this?
I imagine I kind of was. My staff is still up, and I'm pointing it like towards the hallway.
I just turned to you and shrugged. She's not working anymore.
Yeah, it seems that way. I don't know if the computer's doing anything over there.
What do you mean where? And I'm turn around and look down the corridor. That way?
I mean, it's a hallway. I'm not sure if it's where we're supposed to go, and that other hallway didn't work out so well.
Where's everybody else?
Back in the last room.
I'm probably in the threshold of the door.
I'm going to assume that everybody's at the threshold of the door watching, trying to figure out what the Sam Hell Bartis is doing.
Sounds about right.
I think at this point everybody knows if Bartis is making noise. He just got bored and started shaking something. I mean, Greg doesn't. That's why he was investigating.
I was performing a medicine check. I was checking the well-being of our party members, of our benefactor.
Yeah, looks right. I could vouch for his medicine check.
Lovely.
The last two people in the world I want committing medicine checks.
I will raise my shield and begin walking down the corridor.
Okay. Tony, with that medical check, you can definitely tell the golem ain't moving anywhere. You would actually not even say that the golem was ever alive.
Wow. That good, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you make your way down the hallway. It's basically the same design as everything else. Graded floors, steel walls. And then it's actually a long-ass walk down there. It's about 150 feet before you make it to the part of the corridor that turns to the right. Now, the hallway keeps going forward. It continues on. But what's the range of everybody's dark vision?
60.
I can
60.
send orbs.
Okay, 60. Puck, what's yours?
120.
120? Okay. So, Puck, you see as you make your way down to the basically where it branches off, you see at the end of the hallway, as far as you can see, the edge of what looks like something very fleshy and kind of blob-like, just kind of like consuming that end of the hallway. It's kind of moving back and forth, pulsating, but you feel like it's kind of just like undulating.
Is it like
You can very much tell.
Is it like a physical thing, or is it like covering the walls kind of thing?
You can't tell it's like right at the edge of your ceiling. It's almost like it's on a wall at the end of that hallway, about 120 feet down. But you're not sure if it's like something that's growing on the wall or it's something that's encompassing the space.
All right.
Essentially, the hallway ends at this fleshy, pulsating sack.
Guys, there's a very large pulsing thing down on the end of the hallway.
Of course,
I pretty much stop in my step. No, this one's not like the previous hallway where it was all along the walls. This is like a large lump of something. I'm not sure if something could. I've seen too many jump scares, man. There's gonna something pop out of it. I'm pretty sure.
I hear what Buck says, but grit my teeth and steel my resolve and continue moving forward.
Okay, would anybody like to look to the right?
Yeah, Silva's probably like constantly looking around.
I'm probably looking towards the thing still.
All right, so the point in which Puck sees this is where, like I said, where the hallway, like there's a path to the right. So Silva, as you look down that hallway, you see about 30 feet down that there is a absolutely massive set of doors.
Down this other, there's a...
Yeah. Basically,
we're in a straight corridor, so off to the right side.
Basically, it's like a branching path. The hallway goes straight down, and then like about halfway down this hallway, there is a path that goes to the right. So you're at that branching point.
I will tell everybody. Because is it still you said the lights weren't on at all?
Yeah, it's still fairly dark in here.
I mean, I can see. I have dark vision up to 60, so I would have seen that.
Yeah, so you can see that there is like 30 feet down is hallway, and then it looks like it opens into another room where there's this absolutely massive set of doors.
So I'll tell everybody we have another option if we don't want to go towards the blob. There's doors down.
Oh, yeah, that sounds a lot
I'll go
better.
not blob way. Boris, not going blob way.
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. Where am I in relation to this revelation?
You're like you're right.
You're right there.
Boris
is by himself next to a blob.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Okay, guys, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, no. People will point out to you that there is another way.
This is not the way. This is the way.
All right, so I'm assuming everybody's going down that path, unless you guys really want to go see what that blob's all about.
I'm following where the big tanky people are going. So
that means you're going towards the blob. I am going away from the blob.
Go away from the blob.
If directed on a change in direction, I will look.
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck said like Spartus. No. Okay,
but what about that thing?
Okay, so are you asking Buck or?
Yes. But what about that thing?
I don't want to deal with that thing.
What is it?
Maybe.
Is it alive?
I'm not. Do you think that the little pulsing thing on the floor, the previous hallway back, was alive?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Hey, I've seen your medicine checks. I can trust your judgment.
Oh wow.
Shut up, Greg.
All right. I'll turn.
I don't want to find out.
New direction.
This way is clean and clear, right? God.
Yes. Yes.
Know.
It's essentially from what you can immediately discern. It is free and clear.
Did the claw mark stop where the golem was?
Yes, the claw
Yeah,
marks.
okay.
The
So I don't
stop.
see this anymore.
Okay,
Further
as you make your way down this,
Sorry.
as you make your way down this hallway, like I said, it's about I think I said 30 feet of hallway, and then it opens up into this room with this massive door. It's basically 3 times the size of any other doors that you've come across. So, on either side of this door, it looks like two diamond-shaped glass symbols are, standing outside the door, and as you approach it, lines of light fill up and go up towards these glass diamonds embedded in the wall, and they light up, and the door, like with some strain, it kind of like starts to slowly open. And as you slowly open, you see an absolutely massive device, very similar to the ones before you, but it looks like it's about twice the size of the other ones beforehand. And the room is also twice the size of the rooms you had been before. The other rooms were about 100 by 100. This one's like by 200 by 200. So it opens and it lights up. This is the first time anybody with dark vision you have to wait a couple of seconds for your eyes to adjust, because this room that you enter is lit up. It's and in the center of it is, like I said, a device similar in design to the other ones. It's just twice the size.
Did you say this room is lit?
Yes.
Wow. Well, it obviously ain't woke.
Yo.
All right. Well, it's brightly lit and shuffle in, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Okay. You see, instead of the usual design where you start up on the rafters, this time you start up on the ground floor.
On the rafters.
Rafters.
Oh.
As you cross this threshold, you notice at the edge of the threshold on either side of you is stairs that lead up into the rafters. These rafters are about 20 feet up instead of the 15 as before. And the rafters once again go all around the room. Everybody make me a perception check.
14.
Okay.
18.
All right.
25. The dice are with me on checks tonight.
15.
Mm-hmm. What was that, Jackie?
15.
15. Okay.
My perception's 21, but let's see. Yeah, we'll just do it 21.
Okay.
25.
All right. So everybody, but I believe who made the 13? Did somebody make it? Somebody make it below 15?
15.
14.
Okay, so everybody, but surprisingly, Theus sees that
I rolled a 3.
sees that at the end of this room, on the upper level where the rafters are, on the upper level with the rafters, on the opposite side of the room, there is another set of doors. This one's a regular size door again, 10 by 10. And then as you look up, the ceiling is really, really effing high, like ridiculously high. Like you guys are, Puck would really be the only one to see it with dark vision, but it's like 100 feet high.
Yeah.
And Puck, you also notice something else:
What be that?
a giant tentacle.
On the roof?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming through a hole in the roof, and it's like kind of falling towards you guys.
Guys. Look up. Up. Tentacle.
It's falling.
So Yeah. So as you guys look up, this thing like slams into the ground. It's like shakes the room. I'm gonna need everybody. I'm gonna need everybody to make me an acrobatics checks, please.
Abracadabra check. Got it.
An abracadabra track 22.
Okay.
Betrayed by dice now.
16.
17.
Okay.
Also 17.
11.
16.
11. Okay. Everybody who made below a 17, you're prone from the shockwave of the smash. So, this thing kind of like immediately like undulates up and wraps itself around the device, and the tip of the tentacle like looks down at you guys, and then the very tip splits open into a maw that has row upon row of just like teeth and saliva and just disgustingness. And you know what? I'm gonna keep the initiative rolls that everybody had from before, and let's start a combat.
I guess we put it off long enough.
Yay.
What if I
Yeah,
wall force the hole in the ceiling?
We ran in as best we could.
Well, okay, so I mean, you could wall force the hole in the ceiling, but you'll still have essentially like 120 feet of tentacle.
Oh, I don't think I can see it, so it's fine.
All right, so according to the initiative order, Theus, you're up first.
Goddamn motherfucking cocksucker tentacles. Bow and arrow. I want to roll an insight check to see if it has any weaknesses.
All right, go ahead.
As per my usual MO.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. All right. So it has to roll a deception check against me, and that magic number it needs to hit will be. I rolled a 7. It has to roll above an 18. It has to be an 18.
All right, I'm gonna say you can roll the insight check, but there's no roll against it because you can't see any weaknesses. Like, it's an undulating mash of flesh. Like, everything seems to be pulsating in it at the same rhythm and everything. Like, you can't tell.
You're denying me my sneak attack?
Essentially, yes, because like, you can't tell where this thing really begins or ends. Well, you can tell where it begins, but you have no idea where it ends.
All right,
well,
I cast fairy fire on it.
And that
In
thing
case it
is
doesn't-
a very, very fairy fired thing.
All right. Well, it gets to make a Dex 15 save if it wants.
Let's see if it makes it. You could say this thing is gargantuan.
Hmm.
All right, so even with a -2, it makes a 17.
All right, Deus out. That's my turn.
All right, so next on the initiative order is Bardis.
Well, I stand up because I'm prone.
Yes, sir.
So where's this thing? This thing is it up in the ceiling still, or is it's crashed down and like right next to all of us because of the
As
shock?
far as you can tell, part of its body is still way, way up in the ceiling. You got 60 feet of dark vision, and well, actually, the room is lit up, but you can see that this thing. I'm sorry, the room is lit up, so I completely misstepped that. But as far as your vision can tell, this thing is coming from the ceiling, and it's just extending through the ceiling, and like looking at you menacingly with its giant toothy maw. So you cannot tell where this thing begins. You know where it ends, right here in front of you.
Okay. So if it's right in front of me, then can I beat the living snot out of it?
Yes. So basically you've got essentially about, with the size, you have since you're still essentially at the threshold, you have 80 feet of ground to cover before you can start beating the snot out of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it came down as we walked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
I don't know if
you
we
guys
got-
open the door, you look through it. Puck was like, crap, 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 crap.
Okay. Well, then I will. I guess if I stand up, that's 20. That's half my movement speed, I believe, to stand up by 5e rules. So I will. Where's everybody in relation to me? We're all grouped up pretty much, right?
Essentially, you're still grouped up.
All right. I will. Hold my action to attack it in case it attacks us.
Okay.
So I'll draw my mace because this is huge and I don't even know how I'm going to grab it, or it's gargantuan, so I won't even pretend like I would love to try to wrestle it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll grab my mace and I'll hold my turn until it attacks or for an attack towards us. Until then, I will just stay in front and well, just be in front.
Okay, so next person in the initiative order. Oh, hey, Puck.
So the only thing I'm thinking of is not going that direction of the tentacle, but I am wondering. We're very close to this. This is, I'm assuming, the last limiter. How far is the screen panel thing?
Essentially, it is 100 feet into. Well, I should say the cylinder is like occupies a 10 by 10 square, so it is 90 feet away from you. But you do notice that it is essentially the cylinder is what the tentacle wrapped around. So the screen is actually kind of blocked off from you right now.
So, which way is it wrapped around the tentacle?
Basically, it's wrapped around essentially, when you see the cylinder, the tentacles come down on by it from what looks like your left hand side, and then it wrapped around itself around it counterclockwise. So it wraps like once, twice, and then the head.
3 times a lady.
Yes, sir. And then
Then what I will do is I will hug the right side of the room because if it tries, that's the direction that it's wrapping around. So I'm using a little bit of hopeful science on this. That I am shrinking its reach. It
towards you, yes, because it is essentially the end of the tentacle is on the from where you're looking at it in the room, it is on your left hand side. So yes, you are using your science correctly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the right side, and so basically if it goes to go for me, it would be wrapping more around the cylinder and then would be shrinking itself. So shrinking its reach. And I'm going to try and make my way towards that panel.
Gotcha. All right. Is that your turn?
And I'll hold the spell if I can.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Next on the initiative order is Greg.
Okay. I was debating on a couple different things I can do. So I can see Puck trying to make his way over to the console.
He's making his way over to the right. He's right now kind of like trying to see. It looks like he's trying to put some distance between him and the creature.
Okay, but the creature is wrapped around the pillar for the console.
Yes.
Okay, how big is the pillar?
The pillar, essentially, the cylinder, the base cylinder is about, I'd say about 40 feet high. And then the tube that comes out of the center of the cylinder goes up into the ceiling.
Okay. How wide is the cylinder?
I'm going to say, I think I said like 10 feet wide, cylindrically.
Okay. Interesting. Because you said that the tentacle's basically over the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I am. So what I want to do, you can form it into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. I think what I want to do is I'm going to cast Wall of Force out of my staff again.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it in, I guess, kind of like a hemispherical pattern that will wrap around. Well, is anybody standing next to the console or no?
No,
Console's
you
like
guys.
90 feet away.
Yeah,
You're
it's
90
like,
feet away.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
90 feet away. Okay.
yeah.
Never.
it's like-
Then I'm going to hold on to that until somebody's at the console. So I'm going to use kind of a call and response and say, get to the console. And then I'm going to throw some scorching rays at this thing.
Okay.
Let's go for gusto. Let's just do it at 4th level,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me 5 scorching rays.
Go ahead.
So first one is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Assuming a 30 will also hit.
A 30 will hit. Yes, sir.
That is a 9 damage.
Okay.
That is a natural 20,
Mm-hmm.
but only 8 damage because I got really low numbers on that when it's doubled.
Okay.
Third one. Will a 16 hit?
It will not.
Okay. That was the 4th one. And then here's the 5th one for a 29 to hit, and that is 8 damage.
Okay.
Right, that's all. Yeah,
All
so
right.
it should just be that many rays. I don't think I have any bonus actions. Let me just check real quick. Still learning how to play this character. I have reactions. No, I think I'm good. I am going to try to move. So, like, the tentacle's not right by us, but it's by the console.
Yes, it's wrapped around.
So I'm going to move my
Mhm.
few feet kind of towards the console.
How many feet?
30?
Okay, no problem.
You said it's 90 feet away, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, so let's see who's next on the initiative order. That would be Silva.
Greg, did you go the way of Puck, or in what direction did you go towards it? Just like in the middle of the room?
I went straight towards the console.
So how far would we say Puck and all right. So I was prone. What is it to stand up? Is it do I still get an action?
Yeah.
It's like it takes up a move action, but you still get an action.
It takes half your movement to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to get up, follow kind of between Puck and Greg,
Mhm.
and pass without a trace. I don't know that it's going to help at all, but I'm gonna think it's going to maybe.
Well,
help
did
with
the
something.
tentacle see us?
I don't know.
Then it probably. Oh, okay.
I mean, it still gives bonus. So I'll do my pass without a trace. So that's my action. And I probably just did a little bit of movement if they were only going.
So
I'll go
explain to me what Pass Without a Trace does.
It basically gives you a +10 to stealth
Okay.
and coverage for tracks.
Yeah, +10 to dex, stealth.
Okay.
for
Yeah.
creatures
figured
within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to try to stay between them so I can get both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, or everybody if I can.
I figure since it helps stealth as well, it probably dampens vibrations, if that's useful for maybe tremor sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm trying to not have him. I mean, without
Well,
knowing
essentially,
what
all
Greg
you can
was
do is move. At this point, all you can do is move 15 feet. So, since you used up half your movement to get up, so
Sure.
you're halfway
it's-
between Greg. You're halfway between the entrance and Greg. Okay.
but towards Puck, so towards the right.
Okay. No problem.
Actually, I think I'm about the same distance as you because I think I had fallen on the ground too. I can't remember, but yeah.
So Greg is probably the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to get past without a trace on as many people going forward as possible.
Okay.
And that would be Matt.
Okay. Okay. And then we have Kyle. It's still Kyle, right?
Yes.
All right.
How far away are we from it?
As far as about 90 feet.
90 feet. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Can I come up about 10 feet so I can take a pot shot at it?
Yeah, you can move up 10 feet and take a pot shot. Go ahead with your roll.
21.
That makes it.
Ooh. Six damage.
6 damage. Okay. Okay, now it is the monster's turn. All
So
right,
polite to wait for us to go first.
I rolled low, so let's see how bad I do with the actual attack rolls. All right, so it kind of rears back, and it launches its body forward. You see the thing stretch, and it stops short, just 10 feet in front of Greg. But then its maw opens and a long, like, fleshy appendage flies out with a stinger at the end, and it goes to hit Greg.
I'm using a reaction
Mhm.
to cast Temporal Shunt.
Okay.
This is you target the triggering creature. So this is a reaction taken when a creature you can see makes an attack roll or starts to cast a spell.
Mhm.
You target the triggering creature, which must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown to another point in time and causing the attack to miss or the spell to be wasted.
Okay.
So this is a Wisdom 17.
Okay.
Think better not be smart.
Let's see. So, the creature, you see, it flicker and kind of like stretch and convulse and such, and the stinger goes wide. Essentially, it instead of like hitting you, it hits the ground like 10 feet to your left. All right.
Okay.
All right, and then it stretches out its maw and makes a bite attack at you.
Did it
Yeah, did
roll
the
high?
effect go off?
It's got two. I'm sorry.
No, but
So-
what was its wisdom roll?
Oh, for the miss, it was like
Yeah. It was a what?
it was a 13.
And it vanishes. It's a banishment spell.
Oh, it's a banishment spell.
So you target
Oh,
the triggering creature, which must succeed in a Wisdom saving throw or vanish,
Oh,
being
okay.
thrown to another point in time and causing the attack to miss or the spell to be wasted. At the start of its next turn, the target reappears where it was, or in the closest unoccupied space.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I thought it was just basically like a temporary, like. Boom. Okay. Yeah.
That
So
is a banishment spell.
okay. So So the thing looks like it temporarily disappears, including essentially, well,
Yeah. Does that make everything disappear, including the thing it's connected
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Did I just shunt Cthulhu?
I don't. I'm gonna do a DM. I'm gonna say a DM fiat, and instead of totally disappearing, what I described happens. It kind of like just this section of tentacles, kind of like, and it's still there, even though its attack did miss. And it's I'm gonna say it
it's
won't
like,
make.
oh, hey, Karabot's here.
Yeah.
Oh, Karabot's on again.
I won't say it's. Well, I'll say it won't get a second attack because you did essentially temporarily
I
shunt
mean,
it.
I'm okay if this thing is huge, if it just like phases a little bit, like it's still
Yeah.
kind of there, but it's not able to make like any other like.
No,
anything.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It won't make a second attack. All right, so that is the creature's turn, and that means we are at the top of
Did that maw attacking like physically move across to hit at Greg? Who it's
Basically,
hitting
it
double?
looked like it stretched out, like it like thinned itself out, and then it like spit out an even longer feeler, which appendage with this thing at the end of it.
Did that cross my line of sight at all? Because I held my action for an attack.
Were you close enough to do that?
That's what I'm basically asking.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's essentially in front of Greg, and since you had half movement, you held your action at the threshold, right?
I thought I was like 80 feet away.
Well,
Yeah.
I moved 30 feet, so
I
I was
don't
like
remember.
60
Oh,
feet
okay.
away.
Everyone moved. Got
So
it.
yeah, so Greg moved 30 feet, and the thing is essentially 10 feet in front of him and has a reach attack of 10 feet. So
That's fine.
you,
No, I didn't realize.
you're off range.
But when I sorry, no, I was like 80 feet away or something, so that's why I didn't move because we were all
Gotcha.
8 feet
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
So that is the creature's turn. So we're back at the top of the initiative. Theus, you are up.
All right, how far away is it from me? Did you say?
You see it kind of like menacing in its body outstretched. It's menacing in like 10 feet in front of Greg.
That's
So
great. How far is it from me?
that would make it about 40 feet. If you're still at the threshold of the door.
All right. Yeah, I'm still at the threshold. So I will spend my entire turn dashing to get past the creature, putting my bow away and drawing out my 2 daggers, and flanking it with Greg.
Okay.
Are we still
Attack
saying it
this
can be
round?
attacked, even though it's kind of shifted? Because technically it should be gone, like where nobody can touch it.
I'm gonna say it's temporarily. It was temporarily like shifted, phase shifted, but you couldn't like banish it outright. So it is.
No,
still
that's fine. But I'm
itself.
saying that if we're going to do it that way, then I think we should still be able to do damage to it.
Yeah, no, you can still do damage to it.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I use my bonus action to dash to get around it,
Mhm.
and I draw my daggers. And if I'm on the far side of it from the threshold, how close am I to the console?
Let's see. How far did you dash in?
My dash allows me to move double my speed, so I can move 60 feet.
Okay, then you are still about 30 feet away from the council.
Okay, so yeah, I'll stop behind the creature, and I'll go ahead and use my action to take a stab.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's my question. This is the DM lawyer rules. So I remember in the past that this was described by someone as the corpse of a horror that is still active.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, I have an ability that affects non-living material objects.
Mm-hmm.
Would that affect Would that affect parts of this creature since it's technically not alive?
I don't think you know until you try it.
You know what? I would say yes.
All right. Well, then I'm going to use the little magic dagger I have, the Needle of Mending, and I'm going to stab into it. And wait, let me read this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
This weapon is a magic dagger. It has a sewing needle. When you hold it in your hand, it's a dagger.
It's like Theus has actually opened the instruction manual with
it's
magical
Like
items.
it's a needle, and then all of a sudden, like a whole parchment rolls out to the floor.
It's
All right.
Yeah.
I pull out a needle and it transforms into a dagger, and I'm going to stab into it, but I'm not going to deal damage. I'm going to cast mending on it, and I'm going to try to use the mending spell to mend its maw shut, like string through its lips, so it can't open its mouth.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's up to the DM if that works or not.
Okay.
It's just the mending thing as per the spell.
Okay. Is there any save toward it, or?
No, because this is made to affect non-living matter, which usually doesn't have saves.
Yeah, but
Okay.
mending also works on like 1 square foot.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
so I'll be working on 1 square foot of the mouth at a time.
all right. So since you're going at it with a needle, I'm going to say you still have to make an attack roll.
Okay, that's fine. How big is the mouth actually? Since I'm thinking of doing this,
Like
is this
10
reasonable?
feet long. On either side, it's a giant ass maw.
Oh, it's going to take 10 rounds to do it. Never mind. I'm just going to deal damage.
Okay.
10 rounds of mending later.
I finally sealed the mouth, guys. I did it. That is a 14 plus 9. That is a 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
All right. Get my little D4 out here for my dagger damage. Oh, if I can pick it up. Yay! That is only 6 damage.
Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see. Now we're back down to Bardis.
Oh, and it's magical. If it has any resistances.
No, you good. You good, homie. You good.
Cool, G.
Yo.
Okay, so I was 80 feet away from this thing, right? But then now
You're about
closer.
40?
I'm 40.
Yeah,
and
40.
I can move and cool. Well, and even though it's phased, it's still attackable. Evidenced by Theus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will use my movement speed up to it, and bonus action the rage, because why not?
Of course, sir.
Of course I shall do that. And I shall proceed to bash the heck out of it. Let's do
Very
this. How about
Roll your attack.
I am 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Yay! This thing doesn't happen to be fiend or undead, is it?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, worth a shot. He takes 8 points of damage, and I shall do it again.
Go ahead.
24 to hit this time.
That does hit.
Oh, ugh. No good damage tonight. 7 damage.
7.
Savan.
Very well. All right.
Oh,
So
yes.
next up in the initiative order is the Greg.
Okay. So I'm 60 feet away from the console.
Mm-hmm.
Being a time mage, do I think I would have time to get to the console and put in commands or whatever we need to do with it?
The council is partially blocked by this thing, by the tentacle being wrapped around it. So essentially, in order to access the council, you would have to climb on top of the thing.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to move 30 feet towards the console,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to if I could do a dome, but I might as well just not do a dome. I am going to I'm going to do my wall of force again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to direct the wall of force so that it starts over the console and basically makes a 20-foot by 50-foot ceiling towards me.
So like a tunnel?
Not necessarily a tunnel, but more of just like a roof or like an overhang or like just something over. So, because the nice thing about Wall of Force is I get to force the creature to the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay.
So it'll basically, I'm going to do it over the console so that when it pops into existence, it's basically gonna push the tentacle up on top of the wall
Mm-hmm.
and shelter me from underneath it.
Okay. All right, so the your spell goes off and it works as intended. The creature is essentially pushed upward awkwardly. It's like slammed against this thing and it's just like forced away. And you have a clear beeline towards the council.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Before any of this, I was reading about notes. Puck was the next in order. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I mean, that wouldn't have changed my decisions, but
I'd still be going towards the council.
Okay.
And would that it's on the council though?
Yeah, it's wrapped around the cylinder, and at the base of the cylinder is the council. So it wrapped around from the base, and it wrapped around once or twice counterclockwise.
All right. Well, I'm pretty much got nothing to do but the council. The only other thing I could do is try and cast a spell, which is kind of already in place, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can try it. Like, hey, how about a genuine banishment spell? Like, not like this time freeze stuff, but like actual banishment, like send you to another plane thing.
Well, you can try. I was going to say that's technically what mine should have done, but Puck wouldn't have known that, I guess.
Well, yours it didn't send it to another plane. It sends it to another time. It's the same plane, but different time. This one will be sending it to a different... its home plane, possibly. Oh, well. It's a 17 to try.
Is that how we're going to finish the rest of the campaign, is we're just going to banish everything?
No. Do what you want to do.
It's a 7... I got nothing else to do. It's a 17 charisma.
Okay.
How charismatic is this tentacle? We're just going through all the
It's very charismatic.
It gets all the Japanese schoolgirls.
Wow.
I was just for a larf. I was just gonna roll this roll to see if I can make it because it actually has a -3 to charisma. So I rolled a natural 20 on this. So
it's very
it was
tentacle. It's been in many movies.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to work anyway, but it's just like, I just want you to know I made the save.
All right.
Because what was the DC?
This one's a movie star.
This one's, it's just very, it's got a magnetic personality, I guess.
What was the spell DC, though? I'm just curious.
17.
17.
I had to make a 17 charisma check. I have a -3 to my charisma because I'm basing this off a creature. And I rolled a nat 20. So I made the save. You're damn right. All right, so now it's Greg's turn, and Greg did basically everything that he wanted to do. So let's see. I apologize. That was me not reading my notes right. And then we have Silva.
So this wall is like creating like a...
It's like a ceiling.
Is it just like a shelter around?
Yeah, so it's kind of pushed the tentacle up, and so now we can go underneath it for 10 minutes.
But I couldn't shoot through it.
No, you cannot shoot through it. But you're far enough away because it's basically 50 feet.
But it's probably big enough to hit something.
It's 50 feet between where the console is and then away from the pillar.
But you didn't unwrap it.
But I pushed it up.
Okay.
So when I cast it, I have to pick which side basically it pushes it to,
Mhm.
and technically because it's wrapped around the console and everything, it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had it pushed to the other side of the force wall. So I had it push up as opposed to like down.
Okay. I'm probably gonna keep between Greg and Puck. So I'm rushing towards the console, but then I will shoot because I should be. Yeah, then I should be able to hit something if it's big enough. It's not like it's covered. Shoot with my bow. How about a 26
That hits.
with 13 damage
Oh, dang. That-
and attack number 2.
Go ahead.
Ooh, 16.
That does not hit.
Okay, then I'm good.
Okay. So next up is Kyle.
Let's take a shot at it.
All right.
Does that eliminate any melee from it? Because you completely like lifted it off.
Well, the melee are still like 60 feet away from the console.
No, melee from the tentacle.
I
It's
mean,
like Thanos
technically,
was
I think
stabbing
what
it.
it's attacking with is the tip, and the tip was 60 feet away from the console anyway.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
But they can no
20
longer
to
melee
hit.
it.
What was that, sir?
20 to hit.
20 does hit.
Ooh. 10 damage.
Okay.
And does it?
Alrighty. Alright, so now it is the monster's turn. So how wide is this ceiling, you said?
I made it 20 feet wide.
Okay, so it was basically by you at 10 feet away. So.
Yeah, so if I'm 30 feet away from the console, technically it extends 20 feet past me or back.
Okay. Alright, so if it say it stretched out more and then it went underneath the wall, let's see, 50 feet of movement. So you were that. I think it could still technically attack you.
Well, but okay, so I was 60 feet away from the console. I moved 30 feet closer to the thing and made a 50-foot wall.
Oh, 50 feet up. Okay, so let's see.
No, not 50 feet up. I made it just over the console, so I didn't make it very tall. I guess however tall the console is.
Okay, so, well, you can just say 10 feet. So essentially it's 50 feet long.
It's 50 feet long, 20 feet wide, and it's 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, so before the creature was essentially 10 feet away from you, so you moved up 20 feet past where it was original stopping point.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, and this thing's like 10 feet wide, and let's just say it's gargantuan, so it's fairly big wide. So if it moved to the side, got underneath it, it's got 50 feet of movement plus a 10-foot reach. So I'm still assuming I can attack you.
Jesus, why is it going for me?
They're
Uh,
just ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So because you're the one doing this, you did the magic sparkly stuff.
Yeah, and I don't have any more of those
Kinda
spells.
Went in first.
Stupid Bigsby's hand took up my spell slot for that.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I get 2 attacks actually. So this thing has multi-attack. So first thing I'm going to hit you with is another attempt at the stinger. Let's see. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Wait,
I'm
where
going
did
to
you-
have you re-roll that.
I was about to say,
Sure.
where did you move to, Greg? Are you jumped up?
No,
I
he's still
didn't
on the
jump
ground.
anywhere.
Going towards
I
the
went
console.
30 feet towards the console.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, but that's true because but had Bardus moved up already?
He was attacking it.
Because
I
if
moved up
Bardus is a
40 feet.
melee, does that give him an opportunity to attack if it moved towards me?
Well, that's the thing. It was pushed 20 feet up. So,
Not the whole thing, I imagine.
well,
Oh,
the
maybe
tip.
it was.
Well, the tip of
Yeah,
it was where everything basically from between you and the council was pushed up.
Okay.
Also, I just wondered how far away you were. If you moved up towards me, or how far you moved, because I could.
No, basically
No, I
he
was already
basically moved.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I got it. Good.
Yeah. He would move. Okay, so I have to re-roll my attack
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna lie to you. My second roll was actually higher. So
Oh, great. Yeah, it still hit.
okay, so let's see. All right, so un, deux, trois. Okay, you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, why did? Oh, you're not gonna let me retcon that, are you? And go back.
Nope.
Well,
Oh.
Time magic.
yeah.
No, I would
time
have. I realized I shouldn't have done that. I could have done shield. Oh well.
Okay. So, I need you to
That
make
was how
me
much? 10 points.
10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm pretty good at those. It's a 23.
Okay, so you make your save. Take 21 points of poison damage.
Oh
Ah.
my god.
Oh, Silva doesn't like poison.
So,
Okay.
what's your fourth character idea?
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so now come for the second attack. All right, so does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this again.
Wait, I thought that's not another stinger attack, is it?
No, this time its entire maw is stretching out and trying to swallow you whole.
Oh, okay.
Yum.
Even
Okay.
better.
So
I probably needed to roll concentration on that too.
okay, so that is 24 piercing damage.
Ugh.
And could I get another DC saving throw? This time dexterity.
Plus 4. 16.
You do not make it. Let's see. You are now you essentially have been consumed by that tentacle. Currently you are blinded and restrained. Let's see. Essentially you still can do stuff. You can cast as much as restrained allows. Let's see. And you have basically you're blinded, you can't see anything, and you are restrained, which basically means you have a movement speed of 0. You have disadvantage on all dexterity throws and that type of stuff.
Hey, you can't miss on your disintegrate.
That's true.
Okay, so and that is the creature's turn. So we're back at the top of the initial order, and the thing just ate the new guy.
I think I need to check and see if I maintain concentration on my wall of force too.
Okay.
I'll look into that and I'll figure it out in a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We'll do that.
I mean, you use the wall of force to push it away from the console, right?
Yeah, but it's a concentration spell, so I need to make sure I can maintain it.
Right. So I need to know if I'm running to the console to try and hit buttons while it's the wall of force is still up or not.
Whenever you take damage while you are concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take.
Okay.
Whichever number is higher.
So
Wow.
you took 31 points of damage?
Well, but it's separate sources, so I got to do it for each source of damage. The first one was 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is I made like a 23. Oh, and I get an advantage on it, but I made the first one.
Okay.
And then the second attack did how much damage to me then?
It was 21 poison damage.
21 poison. So I need to make a concentration roll of 11.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do. I'll do the advantage just in case. Okay. And then wasn't there a third damage?
Yeah, that was the bite. So that was, I think, 24.
Okay. So that's 12 I got to beat. So luckily I have advantage. Okay. Yeah, and I got a net 20 on that. So yeah, I maintain concentration so that wall of force is still up.
Okay.
All right. So with that wall of force, do we still have access to the
The path to the panel is still open as far as you can tell.
I looked at Puck and go, Puck, you seem to be able to read these things. You get to the panel ASAP.
Yep.
And I look up at the thing and I'm like, I'm going in for the kid. and I will use my daggers, and I will stab into it as I start using my daggers to climb the tentacle like I used axes to climb a tower so long ago.
Why does this seem like Drax, like trying to get the tentacle in the beginning of Guardians 2?
Its skin is weaker or thinner on the inside. That's not how skin works.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll attacks.
I'm gonna start Kratos. I'm gonna start like Shadow of the Colossus, climb this thing while attacking it with my daggers.
Okay.
So, do you want me to roll climb or just roll attacks?
First, roll attacks, and then give me climb at a disadvantage since this thing is a moving thing.
Okay. Okay. First attack with the magic dagger. Nat 20.
All right.
Which, yay, it's a D4, so, you know. And I rolled a 2, so that's 4 plus 5. That's 9 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then I will use 2-weapon fighting to strike with the offhand weapon for my bonus action. Wait, let me double check. The 2-weapon.
What's your attack roll?
Hold on, I haven't rolled it yet.
Gotcha.
You use a bonus. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage for this one. Okay. That is a 17 plus 8.
If it's more than plus
25.
1. Yeah, you make the attack.
And he will take an additional 5 damage.
Okay, so essentially you have buried your daggers into the flesh of this tentacle. Like I said, let's give you I want you to roll your climb, which will be at a disadvantage, please.
All right, so do you want me to roll dex or acrobatics?
Let's do acrobatics.
All right, with the disadvantage, that is a 15.
Okay, so I'm going to say you don't succeed in climbing the thing yet. I want you to roll me a second athletics.
Can I go with acrobatics?
Sure.
Was that one also a disadvantage?
I'm gonna not give you no disadvantage on this one.
14.
Okay, so you don't make it. So as you climb into this, as you stab into this thing, you know, ichor and various fluids flow onto your hands, and seeing as you are this is the thing, is a flailing living creature, you kind of lose grip on one of your daggers in your non-dominant hand. I'm going to give you one more chance. Roll me in acrobatics. No disadvantage, just give me a straight acrobatics roll to see if you can maintain your grip on the other dagger.
Won't let me do sneak attack. Won't let me mend its mouth shut, making me lose my daggers.
Yeah, I wish you would have mended the mouth shut now.
It would have been like
Not now.
20,
No.
21.
Okay, you made it. So you maintain your grip on this thing, but it's still essentially a moving creature. So I'm gonna have that be your turn. So you're just, hanging on there for right now.
So wait, did I lose my grip on my offhand dagger? Or have I lost that dagger for now?
Yes, you've lost your grip on it.
All right.
But you need to maintain your grip better.
Says the guy that's inside the creature right now.
No
All right.
biggie.
No biggie. Right. Okay.
Yeah, you take crushing damage in there on its turn too.
No, not crushing. More acid.
Ah.
It's on its turn. It gives me a turn.
That's it. Okay. So, let's see. Bardis, you are up.
let's see now. With everything that's happened, how far is it really from me then? Because it would be 20 feet that Greg had moved past me that he got consumed, right?
Yeah, so essentially it's like 10 feet in front of you.
Okay. I am going to just. I'm angry. I just saw it eat somebody, so I'm going to go ahead and just really move towards it aggressively and continue to bash it as best as I can.
Very well. Go ahead.
Or I guess I could ask for a DM ruling on if I could attempt to wrangle this end of the tentacle, even though I can't grip the whole monster.
No.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
What if somebody made me a large creature?
Perhaps at that point, yes.
Okay, well, I'll just rage at it. 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay.
That is the number you need to hit.
He takes 8 damage, or it takes 8 damage.
Okay.
And yeah, I rolled my nat 20 for the night. Woo!
Woohoo!
Wait, did Dom just woohoo for that?
Do we need a nat 20 noise?
I'm here to celebrate everybody's successes.
Yeah, as you suck me up.
Unfortunately, though, I apparently can't roll over a 3 for damage, so that's 5 plus 6. So he takes 11 more damage.
Okay.
And yeah, I can't shove him either because of his size.
Well, you can-
Pew. That's basically all I got for right now. So I just get angry and just start bashing him after seeing him what happened. Like, yeah, let him go up.
Okay. All right. So we are at Puck.
Did Bartus say I want to be bigger out loud, or because I'm distracted trying to get to the council?
No, I mean, no. There's no way he's gonna.
No.
He's not gonna be shouting like, "Fuck, enlarge me!" I don't. No. He's just seething rage, pummeling this thing at this point.
All right. I will continue my way towards the council, and I will cast a spell on it. It would need to make a wisdom save of 17.
Are you casting a spell on the console?
No, not the spell on the council. No, the tentacle.
Can't you get to the console?
Yeah, I'm going towards the council. Can I get to the council?
Because you moved to the right, correct?
Yeah, because a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a little
And then,
safety wall
on
of force there, I'd probably go under that.
Yeah, but since you moved to the right, and I believe you were prone, you were 15 feet to the right, and then on your other turn, did you move towards the council again?
Yeah, I've been moving towards it as much as I can. Not making a beeline, though, obviously. So, until everyone's covered. So I'll make continued progress towards the council, and then I'll cast a spell.
Right, so essentially, you're now like, because of it, you're coming in at a diagonal. I'd say you're about 40 feet away from it, since you moved 30 feet last time. So yeah, you still got a ways to go before the council, unless you like dash.
I don't have the dash.
No, anybody can dash. It just costs your action to move again.
Oh, well, I thought you had to have like that special dash thing.
No, rogues can do bonus action dash, where they can still have an action, have a movement action, and then move again for bonus.
Okay, then I'll double move towards it then.
Okay, so you're essentially 10 feet away from the council.
So that mean I could move 60 instead of 30. So
yeah, so you're still 10 feet away.
10 feet away, yeah.
Wait, I thought you said it was 40 feet away from it.
Yeah,
We were-
That would be
well,
after
when
the
he was
30 feet
moving.
move.
Yeah, that's after a 30-foot move. So with a 60-foot move, he's 10 feet away. Okay.
Right.
All right, so that's your turn. So next up would be Greg.
Good. I would like to cast Dimension Door.
Okie dokie.
So that is, for those of you that like to listen to when we explain things, you
Mhm.
teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range, which is 500 feet.
Ooh.
You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. So I'm going to visualize the console and
Oh,
teleport to the console.
Not the elevator.
I want to go to the elevator.
That's in space right now.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
That's true.
So yeah, I'm going to dimension door to the console.
Okay.
And then if I can I use my bonus action to access the console?
I'm gonna say you're still slightly disoriented from being inside the digestive system of Cosmic Horse, so I'm gonna say you're the concentration it takes to cast a spell while inside the belly, literally inside the belly of a beast.
Okay. Then I'm going to use I'm going to use my movement then to kind of pivot around the console to be like as far away as I can be from the tentacle.
Okay.
Because I ain't getting near that shit again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm good.
Okay. No problem. All right. So next up, I believe, is Silva.
I'm gonna still kind of be between the tentacle and Puck, so kind of following Puck, but staying in between them, and then
Okay.
throw some shots. 24 for 13 damage,
Okay.
and another 24.
All right.
Ooh, for 8 damage.
Okay.
That's all I got.
You got it. Okay. Next up, excuse me, Kyle.
I will shoot at it.
Alrighty. Roll it.
24 to hit.
That does hit.
5 damage.
Alrighty. 5 damage it is. That means it is the monster's turn. Alright, so it kind of undulates and does all that stuff. It kind of looks... You can't tell... you're not 100% sure, but it looks like slightly annoyed that a meal that it just ate is not a meal anymore. So it kind of wraps itself around the wall of force, and you notice that Greg, by you, the piece of the tentacle that's still there kind of like bubbles and undulates, and then a stinger flies out of that part of the tentacle. I'm gonna roll to attack.
Attack who?
You.
Okay. You are going to...
What do you got now?
Oh, I have temporal stunt at 6th level I can cast.
Was it a reaction? Oh.
As a
Then
reaction.
you lose your disintegrate, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't need to disintegrate it. I need to stay
Mhm.
alive. So that is going to wisdom saving throw.
Okay. How much do I have to make?
17.
Okay.
Living is preferable.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I want to know how it saw me if I ran around the pillar.
We don't know how it sees, do we?
Yeah, it doesn't have eyes. Like I was saying, like tremor sense or just blind sight or
All right. So I only -3, so 15. So
Okay.
I don't
And
make
it is in the same state it was in last time. We all get free rounds.
Okay.
Oh, that was blowing some high level spell slots, but oof.
Fair enough. All right. So it's same state it was before. So does that mean it reverts, like it loses a turn?
Well, it's now. Yeah, now it's done until its next turn. Like it technically should be banished, but if we do it the same way we did last time, it's the same spell.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
All right, so we are back at the top of the initiative. Theus, what you gonna do?
Well, I see that this isn't working. I think Theus is gonna tighten his grip on the dagger he still has a hold on, and try to kick off the creature and take his dagger with him,
Okay, so
and land back on the floor.
let's do. Okay,
I
so
am withdrawing my dagger and not trying to climb it anymore.
okay, and give me an acrobatics.
Why? How far up was I up on the creature?
I mean, you're still hanging onto it as it's moving around, so.
This is the episode where Dom doesn't let Steve have fun. That's an 18 acrobatics.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that you're just gonna have you pull it out, safely, and you make a landing. You had to fall like 10 feet, but with your acrobatics, you were agile enough to, not break anything.
From a 10-foot drop.
Well, you're saying you could have like slipped and fell and smashed your head against the floor. But you didn't do that.
Gonna.
Deus is speaking in the third person.
Theus is just really scared and really like done with this man.
Yeah, something like that. Theus is gonna go ahead and sheath his dagger, pull out his bow, and start backing away before taking a shot at it.
Okay. Take your, take your one shot.
That's a 26 to hit.
It does hit.
And that will be 14 damage.
Okay, so that's okay. Alrighty. Bardis, you are up.
Whew, okay, has this thing moved? It's still in the same general area, right?
It's still in the same spot, thanks to Greg.
Cool.
But four.
This has worked out so well for me, and I'm still angry and have bloodlust. So, yeah, I rolled another nat 20. Man, these dice are good to me tonight. I like
Now make your other ones count.
Unfortunately, I only do a d6 worth of damage because it's not an undead or a fiend. So, 8 plus 6, 14 damage on the first attack. And yeah, I rolled balls on that one. So as soon as I celebrate the dice, they bless me with a 3. So a grand total of 11.
It does not.
That's okay. I forgive you. And unfortunately, too many size categories higher, I can't push them or do many things else. So unfortunately, right now, and just stupid bloodlust, that's all I got.
Okay, so Puck, you are 10 feet away from the council. The wall is still up, and yeah.
I move 10 feet towards the council.
Okay.
Now what can I do? Does it turn on?
It does not turn on. You see a slot for a diamond.
A diamond.
Kind of like the crystals that you saw like come out of Theos's bag.
I don't have one of those. Yeah. Anyone got a diamond?
That works during combat.
I try to do whatever I can to turn it on.
I'm imagining the scene from Zoolander where they're kind of like monkeys on the computer.
Yeah.
Hey, I used that last time when Bart couldn't activate the thing.
You touch it, you press it, you do.
What does the crystal
anything.
look like, by the way?
It's essentially like a perfect cube. It's
How
just
big?
you know. I'd say about 2 inches across on each side.
Hmm.
What
I
is
just-
the monetary value of that diamond?
Priceless.
Okay, it's 2 inches. Damn. Okay, I was gonna say like I have a bag of magical D&D dice. I was just gonna jam a D6 in there.
Well, I mean, Theus does carry all of his gem hoard with him, so maybe he has a diamond.
Diamond! I'm just screaming diamond
Okay.
while I am trying to figure it out.
Okay. All right. So is that your turn?
The best I could do, since it's not moving, is I can try and cast a spell on it. In the
Okay.
meantime,
What spell do you cast?
confusion.
Specifically, what level of spell do you cast? Wait, are you casting on the creature or on the council?
Well, I can't cast anything on the council unless I destroy the council.
Well,
Is that an
not with
option?
that attitude.
Destroying the council is an option. Casting stuff on the council is an option.
No, I was going to cast confusion on the creature,
Okay.
and that's a 17 wisdom.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say that one does not work.
Okay.
All right. Though, as you cast the spell, you see some amount of the magical. You feel some of the amount of the magical energy kind of go off in a different direction, not towards the creature, but actually towards the device you're next to.
Some of my confusion went towards. I'm confused.
Some of the magical energy used to create the spell, yes, went towards that.
Huh.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
Huck, that's your turn. Next up is Greg.
All right,
Right.
I'm moving back around the
I could
console.
speak, right? And just let Greg
Yes.
know that, hey, this thing just absorbed some of my magic.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the console and try to activate the thing.
Okay. It does not work. I'm assuming you touch it, you prod it, all that good stuff.
I mean, whatever we've been doing, I guess.
Essentially,
Or what have they been doing?
what happens before is a magical rock floats out of Theos's pants, and then the thing turns on. But this has not happened.
Try casting something non-destructive on it.
Non-destructive?
Yeah, just in case. It's like, well, then that didn't work.
Tony, quick question: what level of confusion did you cast that spell at? Like what slot?
That was a 4th level.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of spells that are not damaging that would cast at things.
Well, I wasn't even casting at it. I cast at the tentacle, and it absorbed it. So maybe just aim past it. Aim at the tentacle with the damaging spell, and maybe it'll absorb it.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Pulse Wave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3rd level spell.
Right.
It's a cone.
All right.
So it's a 30-foot cone. And I'm going to direct it kind of like next to the console, but towards the tentacle.
All right. And what does it do specifically?
Pulse Wave. You create an intense pressure, unleash it in a 30-foot cone, and decide whether the pressure pulls or pushes creatures and objects. Each creature in the cone must make a Constitution saving throw. So it's a 17 con save. A
Okay.
creature takes 6d6 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
All right.
And every creature that fails the save is either pulled 15 feet towards you or pushed 15 feet away from you. So I'm going to do it as a push.
All right. And what was the DC?
17 con.
Okay. So it made the con save.
Okay, so it still takes half the damage.
All right.
Roll these d6s.
What are you rolling?
No, is that a 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the one.
Yeah. So that's 10. That's 10, and that's 4. So that's 24. So it takes 12 points of damage.
Okay. So how much? I'm sorry. How much was it?
It was 24 total.
Okay. So it takes 12.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Does that do anything to the console?
You notice as you cast a spell, some of the magical energy from the spell, like, is instead of being put towards the spell, is pushed. It's kind of pulled towards the council. You guys see the faintest of light. The faintest of light, like appear in the council before dying down again.
Okay. And I used all my movement to get back to the console, so now I'm a sitting duck again. All
Okay.
right.
Can I get Silva's turn, please?
Can I touch Greg?
How far away are you? Are you by the
I
console?
was kind of having Puck's back. So I was heading towards the council. I don't know where all you moved. If I could... If I'm within 20
I'm
feet,
at the console
25
now.
feet of you. Well, I guess, how do you look? Do you look pretty,
Oh, I'm beat
beat
to
up?
shit. And covered in
I want to try to
muck.
get to Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I probably... Following Puck, I probably would have been close enough to do that.
Okay.
How does this council taking magic look? Is it pretty? Is it, like, shiny? And
You mean how does it look while it's sucking up magic, or how does it look in general?
No, how does it look while it's sucking up magic?
It whatever color of the magic of the spell that the guys are casting, it looks like streams of it are flowing into the diamond-shaped receptacle on the council. So if that, since force, I think, is invisible, you didn't see it, but in confusion, I think it was like, if it sparkles, like a couple of streams of sparkles went towards the receptacle.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on Greg. Can I borrow a 8?
A what? A
An
D8?
8.
Do
Okay.
you not have a D8? Oh, because you need a
I
couple
need
of them.
3. This is what I plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Ooh. You get 20 hit points.
Hey, I'll take it.
Does any of my magic do that pretty stuff?
Yes. What level did you cast it at?
3rd level.
3rd level? Okay, so you feel the same weird thing. It takes a portion of the energy that was going towards the spell, and it looks like it goes towards the council. The thing, lights up again slightly. You see this time, instead of just like general light, it seems like certain symbols appear for like half a second before disappearing, and the council dies again.
Guys, I did it too. I'm excited. No. That's all I got.
I'm still breathing.
All right, so Kyle.
The thing's still alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
It's just waiting its turn.
Yeah. I want to shoot at it. Try to knock it down a little bit more.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That hits.
That roll sucked. 4 damage.
Okay. All right. So it is the monster's turn. So, oh look, a smorgasbord.
Oh.
So, essentially, it does the thing again where its skin by Greg, Silva, and Puck now undulates and bubbles, and then a stinger like bursts out of it, and once again goes for Greg.
It likes you.
Mhm.
I don't like it.
Yeah, are you carrying anything? Do you have like little like tentacle Scooby snacks on you or something?
I guess. I wasn't serious when I said everybody needed to kill one of my characters as a DM.
Okay, so does a 29 hit you?
That's a yes.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Really close, but really, if you add up all the numbers, it
Yeah.
just
All the numbers on your sheet.
Yeah, that might work.
get
Okay,
past plot.
So, oh, I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong damage die. I apologize. Let me get to it.
It's too small. I got
Oh,
the bigger die.
small or too
I'm
big?
gonna triple it.
All right,
Can you just use the tip?
21 piercing damage,
Ugh.
and then make that Constitution saving throw for me.
Ugh. And then I get to make a concentration after that too. Oh, good. 24 Constitution.
All right, you take half damage at 21.
Wait, I take half of
An
21.
additional.
No,
Or
21.
a
Is, 21 is half damage, poison damage.
Oh, that's delightful.
So I take
You just took
another
21.
21 points of damage.
Yeah.
I feel like Greg
I
is
am
down.
3 health.
Oh.
You
Let me
look-
see if I maintain
I think
concentration.
your character probably looks like he's like in anaphylactic shock right now.
That one was definitely good. And that one should be good too. Okay. Wall of Force stays.
Okay. Let's see.
Are you doing anything anymore?
So okay, so the part of its body kind of like shifts. That's the tentacle that the stinger came out of. The one that's hanging, essentially, the one that's on the wall of force, 20 feet above you guys. It kind of like shifts to the side, and on the side of the skin, a row of teeth just appears and bursts open. And Silva, you're under attack now.
I don't like that this thing can have mouths wherever it wants.
It's what happens. It's what happens.
I don't know how it's attacking us like this one. No, it can't bite. It's 10 feet above us.
It's got a 10-foot reach.
From its mouth?
Yeah.
Had a tongue that.
Kind of like an alien, like the extendo mouth alien.
Oh.
Okay, Silva, if you could, please, could you tell me if a 21 hits you?
Yes.
I should have made a tunnel.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, and then that is 20 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, and then could you please make a dexterity saving throw for me?
24.
Okay, you are not consumed by this creature.
Oh.
I need another turn. I have an idea, but I need another turn.
All right, so let's see. We're back at the top of the initiative. Thayus.
I'll shoot it with my bow.
Go ahead.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That does not hit.
All right, I'm done.
All right, Bardus.
Angry pummel. 23 to hit.
It hits.
Well, damage. Fuck me. 7 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, I rolled another nat 20. I love this. This die is.
Go ahead.
Even though I do should damage. 7. 13 damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next up is Puck.
All right, I am going to aim at a creature. Which is it? Right next to Silver right now.
It's basically hovering 10 feet above her.
So I'll aim a cone of cold in that direction. That's not hitting Silva,
Okay.
but near enough to the council that it can do something.
Break
Hopefully,
out the cannon.
the cone of cold does the same damage as the cannon.
No, that's fair. Cone of Cold's pretty good. Pretty close.
All right, so I'll do that. It needs a con save of 17.
17. Okay. It makes a 19, so it makes it.
Okay, so then it takes half damage, which would be then 4d8. Or I'll do 8d8
Well,
divided by 2, right?
88 and then just divide it in half, yeah.
So it takes 19 damage.
Always round up.
Okay, 20 then. And then, so
20.
anything happen with that?
What level did you cast the spell?
It's a 5th level.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So, once again, you feel magic being some magic being siphoned away. Now you can clearly see symbols on the council. But it doesn't last long.
I cast it again. On a cold.
What?
Can you do that?
Did you quicken it? Like, what?
Yeah, I quicken it.
Okay, go ahead. Got to make another con save.
Yeah.
All right, so I make the con save. I rolled one higher than before, so.
And I rolled one lower than before, so that is a 19.
Okay. Once again, the council turns on. It looks like this time you can clearly read the symbols. They're all visible. It says limiter release, acknowledge or deny, but the council still dies after a second or two.
Come on!
I got this.
No, yeah, like seriously, come
All right.
on.
Who's near me? It's just
I'm.
you,
Yeah, I'm.
you guys are next to me because
I'm
we're all next to the
you.
council. Okay.
I don't know. Where...
It's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just blew my 2 5th level spells.
Greg's gonna look at the council and go, "Oh, I hope this works." And he's gonna take the staff and tap it, and I'm gonna cast Globe of Invulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 6th level spell. It surrounds a 10-foot radius around me,
Okay.
and an immobile, faintly shimmering barrier springs into existence in a 10-foot radius around you and remains for the duration, which is a minute.
Okay. Is that concentration?
Yes. So the wall of force collapses.
Okay. So, let's see. Bardis, you're right next to it, okay, so 10-foot radius. So I'm assuming Silva and Puck are inside.
That's what I assumed too.
But it also is a 6th level spell that's held up constantly.
Yeah,
If that's
it
siphoning
lasts for
power.
a minute.
What did it do?
Okay, so Bardis, I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna need you to give me a dexterity save.
For
Getting the F out of the way as this thing falls down. Because the wall of force suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, I moved my concentration to this.
So a tentacle is falling out.
underneath
Yeah.
it. Okay, cool.
I didn't know if they ever got close enough to be underneath it, but
All right, hold on. Let me make sure I get. Is this? Am I the only one being targeted by this?
Well, it would Puck, Silva, and Greg would have been, but they're in a globe of invulnerability.
Okay. 12.
Okay, you don't move as quickly as you need to. You get out most of the way, but your legs are pinned, so you're currently pinned underneath it for a little bit, and you take about, let's say, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so I'm prone then.
Yes.
Okay. Or
Alright.
prone, or what am I? Grappled, prone, restrained?
I'm gonna say prone, except instead of being able to get up, you just use your half your movement. I'm gonna need you to do a strength check, but that's next turn, on your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Silva.
No, hold on. I cast my globe. Do I get to hit the acknowledge button for a bonus action?
The council does turn on. It's a 6th level spell, right?
Yeah, 6th level spell, and it maintains for a minute. So it should be feeding energy into it. in
Okay.
theory.
So, yes, the council turns on. It looks like this time it stays on.
Oh.
And you can hit whatever the symbol that says acknowledge.
Yes.
That one.
All right, so the device turns on. It whirs to life. You see it. You just hear it start moving. It glows up, all the bells and whistles, and yep, it's on. The tentacle is still there. But you do hear a voice, kind of, a familiar voice is like, "Hot fucking damn, you guys did it! You fucking did it!"
Yeah, fuck you.
alright.
Do something about the tentacle now, you stupid computer bitch.
All right, I'm gonna move into position, and we're gonna actually get this shit started.
It's
But
only
you
going
guys,
to take 5 minutes.
all right, I'm gonna move into position. You guys take care of that thing. You're doing great.
Whoa. We take care of this thing.
You take care of this thing.
I am taking care of this thing. I'm taking care of the rest of it.
I'll add this piece in too.
But it's gonna take me a while to get into position, okay? So can you, deal with the immediate threat, you little bitch?
Nope, fuck it. Dave throws his bow down.
Okay.
That doesn't
Well,
seem like
either way, it's Sylva's turn. But she is in a completely inescapable global force. So
But she's in an unescapable global force with me and Puck.
mhm.
I don't know. She almost wants to be distracted by that, but how does Greg look over there? Right next to me.
Nearly dead.
Even worse than before. I'm gonna 3rd level cure wounds again then.
I was gonna say, thank God there's someone here, otherwise there would have been me giving a medicine check.
I don't want that again. Eric doesn't want that again.
13 this time.
Still something.
Okay.
And then I'll
I
just
just-
be looking at the pretty lights around me.
Okay. I just have a quick, completely unrelated question. Has nothing to do with anything that might happen. Does the force stop, would say, a cloud of something entering it?
He just walked away. Let me look it up. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank
The
you.
spell can target creatures, but has no effect on them.
Wait, what?
Similarly, the area within
It's just for spells.
such a spell can, any
Yeah.
spell of 5th
Any
level
sp-
or lower.
Yeah, it's just for. I'm reading it. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can affect creatures. It's not. It's
Okay.
not stopping the
Is
tentacle
there-
itself.
does it
It
have
can still
anything
sting.
about physical?
No.
No, it says nothing about physical.
Oh.
A globe of an immobile, faintly shimmering barrier springs into existence in a 10-foot radius around. Remains for the duration. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast outside can affect creatures or objects within. It has absolutely nothing to do with physical.
Oh,
It's a essentially spell armor kind of thing, not anything
Gotcha.
else.
all right. So once Eric gets back, y'all need to make some dexterity saves.
Mm.
He's asking about your sh- if I can do-
Sorry, baby aggro. Okay, so what are we looking for?
The globe of invulnerability doesn't protect against physical things, like
What?
mouths. It's only for spells. We have to make a mouth check. But it's concentration, and we got to hit the button.
Oh God!
All right. So
Okay.
please make me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us.
All of you. You were essentially right next to the base, and yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now that I got a 8, and Jackie got a 10.
All right.
I got
So
a 20 and Charlie walked away.
no, Charlie already did his. I'm assuming. Kyle, I think, is outside of the range because it's basically anybody who's essentially underneath the wall of force.
Oh, I missed that part.
Okay, so Tony, you managed to get out of the way. Silva and okay, so this is before the whole healing thing, so it's retroactive. Silva and Greg take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, we're saying this is before the heal?
Yeah, because basically the thing fell and after you put 12. Everybody takes 12 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, trapped underneath and essentially you're like you, or yeah, 20.
20. And then she still gets an action though.
No, I'm gonna take this as like a full thing. You have to really
Okay, so then she didn't actually do the cure wounds, which I think she had done at a 3rd level, so that one's not actually taken up. Okay. Okay.
But with the globe of invulnerability, you still hit the thing, so it still turns on. So
Right.
and Kara essentially said, "Yay, you fucking did it! You fucking did it!"
Okay, now she needs to kill that shit so you can get my body out of there.
Okay, so Sarah, or I should say Kyle.
Oh, and the orb goes down, by the way. As soon as I drop.
Mm-hmm.
So I had sort of like a weird potty bladder, something breaks. So Kyle will currently hold her action. She walked away for a second.
Gotcha. All right, then we are at the top of the initiative order. Theus, are you still throwing your hissy fit?
Yeah, Theus will still throw his hissy fit, say, you know what, I didn't sign up for some goddamn tentacles.
Okay. So
This is not what I signed up for. Yeah, he's going to pull out that shard of the gift sword thing and try to teleport out. He's done.
Theus, you attempt to teleport out, but it kind of feels like you started, but it doesn't it's a failed attempt. It doesn't work. It like starts working and then something just keeps it from working all the way. So you're still there.
All right. I guess Theus will try to get around to try to help him get Bardis out from under it.
Okay. Let's see. Essentially, I'll let you roll up strength check to help Bardis, and do it at advantage because both of you are trying to do it.
I give Bardis a 10 of help.
All right. I'm gonna say you do it. You get Bardis out of there.
Here you go, big guy.
So otherwise, I'm rolling like a super athletics check, and I bench press about a Batman. So
Okay, so essentially, Bardis. So with Theus' help, instead of being a full round action, it's actually just a move action to get out from underneath the tentacle and stand up. So, what do you do?
get up from the tentacle.
You still have an action. You are like right next to it.
No, I still have. Okay, well, I have an attack action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to swing at it because I'm very angry.
Okay.
Grand total of 10.
To attack.
Yeah, and a grand total of 17.
You miss both.
Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Who's next? Okay, Greg. Puck.
I'm going to see what I can do to help out. Wait, Silva is up and out or no?
Silva is up and out.
Silva's up, but just not.
All right, then I'm going to try and get the Greg out. Like, pull him with all of my 8 strength.
All right, so roll for it. Greg's not rolling anything, but yeah.
Ooh.
8.
All right, so you try and try, but you really can't move him out from underneath there. Let's see. Greg, and that takes your turn. Greg, you need to make a death save, right?
Sure do. A nat 1.
Oh my goodness.
That's 2 failures.
Okay.
Looks like someone needs a medicine check.
Oh wow!
Looks like someone needs to get pulled out from under a tentacle.
All right, so Silva.
It's better that I just heal
It'd
you?
probably be better that you heal me.
Do you want to do a medicine check or should I?
You
Well,
you basically see Greg's feet underneath there.
Oh, it's like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
And the feet just curl up.
Oh.
I'll cure wounds. Third level.
Oh, you're using magic to heal.
Yeah.
Was
17.
Okay. How
What
do
is
I
it?
heal?
What does that do for you?
17 healing.
But you have death saves? How does that work?
Yeah, but once I get healed, I technically come back to life.
Oh. Okay.
I'm back to conscious.
Yeah,
Okay.
you stabilize by any points of actual healing, even if it's just a point.
Okay, so basically, essentially, he makes 15 hit points back then?
17.
17. Okay, either way. All right, so to hurry this along, Kyle, what do you do?
What is there to do?
Well, the
Keep
tentacle,
killing it.
the tentacle is still alive, and that's the most immediate threat. The thing is on, but you feel like you wouldn't be able to progress unless this thing is dead. So
24 to hit.
it hits. Quick question, Sarah. Do you do 1 point of damage?
It's that close.
It literally
I
has
do
1
4.
hit point
I
left.
would have stuck one of my arrows in.
I got to kill it. 6 damage.
You kill it.
It got to kill me.
Okay, so not to be the bearer of bad news, but for one last thing, it explodes
You.
into a cloud
Bullshit.
kill cloud.
Oh, that's joyful.
So everybody essentially next to it, which is everybody except Kyle, because I think Kyle kept back.
I'm underneath it. Does that not count?
Oh,
Why
you
not?
You're like underneath it, like like you're supposed to stay away from smoke. As soon as
One,
you
two, three,
breathe
four.
the breath of life, you breathe the poisonous cloud.
Probably.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
we're gonna-
like it.
We're gonna finish this up real quick. It's gonna explode into a 20-foot radius around. Essentially the entire tentacle explodes into a cloud kill. Everything around the tentacle within 20 feet it gets hit by the cloud kills. So run me a Constitution saving throw. Everybody except Kyle, run me a Constitution saving throw.
7.
Okay.
I had a natural 20, so 26.
Okay.
18.
Thank God.
Okay.
23.
All right, so essentially everybody that made above a hit 19 and above take 11 damage. Everybody that didn't make 19 take 22.
Ah! Did you make it? Oh.
Are you back down again?
No, I'm good. I'm at 6 hit points.
Alive.
I mean,
All
good is relative.
All right. I think I can wrap this up in the next 10-15 minutes if you allow me.
It's the first damage I took this set.
I was going to negate some.
You really like some.
Oh, cool. Well, I negate 7 of it.
All right, so essentially the thing explodes along the entire length of the tentacle. It explodes into this noxious fume. As the tentacle explodes, the hole in the ceiling starts, sucking up air. But immediately afterwards, the warning sound going to the hull breach detected, safety measures, initiated. And then essentially, the thing is still whirring, and the doors at the other end of the room open. It's like, all right, and then you hear Kara again. Okay, I have complete control again, guys. If it's time to end this. So meet me up at the bridge and observation deck.
Can we just go to the bridge?
Yeah. So you all make your way to the bridge, and what you see as you enter it is just a huge set of windows. It's kind of hard to at first. You don't know exactly what you're looking at because you're looking at a black void with many pinpricks of light, and to everyone's left, you see an absolutely massive, sphere. Like you're not exactly sure what you're looking at, but as you make your, I'm assuming everybody goes over to that side of the window.
Sure.
All right. As you go over there, you notice that you're looking upon this. You can't even tell the scale of it, but it's this massive sphere floating in this black void of pinprick light. And you see the sphere. This sphere is completely covered in flesh and tentacles and maws filled with teeth that the scale of it completely like boggles the mind. And at one point, and it looks like this where you're moving, like your view is slightly turning, and looks like looks like the ship is trying to focus on a single point in the center of this sphere. Looks like a weird dome of light that's being slowly cracked and crumbled like glass, like as if it was glass. And above that dome is what looks like a piece of obsidian, just kind of like shining in from the light of all these what looks like stars. And basically, and then you hear Kara say, "Yeah, that's how much the shit has hit the fan. the entire world except for the prison has been consumed. And from behind you, you hear like air being released, and you see various white gases, spurt out of the ceiling, as what looks like some sort of almost casket like device slowly descend from the ceiling. And then you hear like air, the sound of air escaping very quickly as more gases like shoot out of this thing, and it slowly opens, and you see a desiccated corpse just like connected to the more of to the device, to this casket, via countless tubes and wires and such things. And this thing, the corpse is essentially skin on bones, literally just skin stretched over bone. And for the most part, it looks like dried out and dead and husky, except for one eye socket where an eye, a very much still alive eye, is like looking between all of you. And you hear Kara's voice is like, yeah, well, I've looked better, but it's been a while. And what you're looking at is me. What's left of me.
Oh.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah. It's taken a lot of my strength, a lot of my power for us to get this far. I'm going to release Larry, and that's going to take the last of my power. I'm going to have enough to send you back after this, because once I unleash everything, that's what the limiters were for. They didn't want me to use my full power to end this sooner than I could have ended this sooner if the limiters were off, but I couldn't do anything from inside the ship. And Larry couldn't do anything from inside his prison. And you hear the announcements, targeting reticle. Targeting reticle set. Awaiting final activation. She kind of like, you don't hear anything for a second or two, and then Kara says, "Thank you. Thank you for your help. This is it. So, pardon me for being a bit nervous." And then, well, let's make it one last fucking hurrah, huh? And then you kind of feel, especially all the magically inclined people, you feel just a massive amount of power suddenly welling up. And you see, from, you don't know where this beam is coming from, but this absolutely massive beam of energy just erupts forward, and it kind of, you see it going towards that black obsidian like chunk of rock that's floating above the dome that's being shattered. And from your perspective, like, the beam is absolutely massive at the start, but then it just kind of goes very, very small up until it hits this thing, and it, like, the obsidian, from what you can see, it cracks, it fizzles, it just like breaks apart, and the first thing you see is a massive wing like burst out of it, and then another one, and then another one, and another one, until like 6 giant wings like erupt from this rock, and the rest of it falls away, and you see the form of a dragon. You have absolutely no idea at the size of this thing, but it is apparently massive. But as all of this is happening, the essentially world that you're looking at, the mouth a mouth forms, and it like a huge maw opens, and seemingly before the dragon can react, the mouth lurches forward and chomps him down. Any awkward coughing is approved right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like several moments pass. The essentially the world, the flesh world and tentacle world below you, kind of like comes to life, and then just a sheer like veritable army of tentacles just like flies up at you guys. But before they reach you, huge beam of purple energy like rips out from essentially the world and just like tears a giant hole in it. The dragon that was seemingly consumed flies out of it, and it flies towards the ship, like firing off energy beam, that huge purple energy from its mouth, and is cutting down all these tentacles. And it flies closer towards where you're observing, and this thing it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger up until the point it's right next to you guys, and essentially the entire space that you can see is taken up by this thing's eye. It waits there for a second. It's the iris of it kind of like looks past you and lingers on Kara for a second, and then it flies forward a bit, and it spreads its wings, and then the wings seem like glowing with energy, and it glows and glows and glows until it's white hot, and you guys can't look at it anymore. And then you hear one last voice saying, and it's Laragos's voice saying, "Thank you." And then before anything else can happen, you hear a massive roar, and you're back in Flux.
Mm.
Thank God.
All right, so you're back in Flux. It's you seemingly back at the tavern, the library tavern. Wall's still gone. A bunch of crap is still broken, but this session has gone on a bit longer than I intended it to. So whoever wants to hit us with the socials.
Just go to infinityzengaming.com. It will link you to our Podbean, or maybe we'll have a website by then, by the time this releases. I don't know. We're going to put all that stuff on that site. It's either going to be it's probably going to be in the left-hand navigation, regardless of if it's a real site or if it's our Podbean site. So Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all there. Discord's where we hang out, so if you want to come chat with us, that'd be great. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming along with me on this sometimes scary, sometimes disgusting journey. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.